The global trade landscape is fraught with uncertainty. The United States and China, the world's two largest economies, are locked in an escalating trade war. Recent months have witnessed a dramatic increase in tariffs. The US has imposed a 145% tariff on certain Chinese goods. China has retaliated with a 125% tariff on US products. These actions have sent shockwaves through global markets. Businesses are grappling with disrupted supply chains and rising costs. The trade war's impact extends beyond economics. It has strained diplomatic relations between the two superpowers. The conflict has also raised concerns about the future of globalization. The interconnectedness of the global economy is being tested. This trade war is not just about tariffs and deficits. It reflects a deeper struggle for economic and geopolitical dominance. The US, long the world's leading power, is facing a rising China. China's economic and military might is growing. This has challenged the existing global order. The US and China are now locked in a high-stakes game of chicken. Each side is waiting for the other to blink first. The outcome of this standoff will have profound implications for the global economy and international relations for years to come. The US and China have very different objectives in this trade war. The Trump administration accuses China of unfair trade practices. These include intellectual property theft and forced technology transfer. The US wants to reduce its trade deficit with China. However, the administration's ultimate goals remain unclear. Some experts believe the US is aiming for a complete decoupling of the two economies. China's strategy is more long-term and strategic. Beijing seems prepared for a protracted trade war. China has been diversifying its trade partners. It has reduced its reliance on US agricultural products. China is also looking to strengthen its domestic market. The two countries are also employing different strategies. President Trump favors a unilateral confrontational approach. He has imposed tariffs without consulting with allies. This approach has been criticized as unpredictable and counterproductive. China's approach is more measured and calculated. Beijing has been reluctant to escalate the conflict. It has responded to US tariffs with retaliatory measures. However, China has also shown a willingness to negotiate. President Trump's approach to the trade war is rooted in his background as a businessman. He views trade as a zero-sum game. He believes that the US can only win if China loses. This win-lose mentality has shaped his negotiating strategy. Trump's approach has been met with criticism from economists and trade experts. They argue that trade is not a zero-sum game. They point out that tariffs harm both economies. They also argue that Trump's unilateral approach has alienated US allies. China's approach to the trade war is shaped by its long history and culture. China has a long tradition of strategic thinking. Beijing is playing a long game. China's leaders are willing to endure short-term pain for long-term gain. They believe that time is on their side. They are confident that China's economy will continue to grow. They are also betting that the US will eventually tire of the trade war. The US-China trade war has significant implications for the global economy. The conflict has already disrupted global supply chains. It has also created uncertainty in financial markets. Businesses are delaying investments. Consumers are facing higher prices. The trade war is also damaging the rules-based trading system. The US and China are both members of the World Trade Organization, WTO. However, their actions are undermining the WTO's authority. The trade war also has geopolitical implications. It has strained relations between the US and its allies. Many US allies are caught in the crossfire. They rely on trade with both the US and China. The trade war has also emboldened China's geopolitical ambitions. China is seeking to expand its influence in Asia and beyond. It is promoting its own model of economic development. This model is based on state capitalism and authoritarianism. The trade war has given China an opportunity to present itself as a reliable alternative to the US. The US-China trade war is a defining moment in the relationship between the two superpowers. The outcome of this conflict will have far-reaching consequences for the global economy, international relations, and the future of globalization.